this could include things like financial stability, time management, or even dealing with criticism or doubt from others. By identifying these challenges ahead of time, you can prepare yourself to face them head on when they arise.
Okay.
So it's I did, we did, you did.
Yeah.
So I do, we do, you do. It's a thing you learn as a teacher.
Yeah.
So the ebook is different for me because it's not just me talking about my life. It's me going, my target audience are people that want to become full-time creators, which is a lot of people these days.
100%.
And not 100%, come on. But let's be honest.
I know a lot of people that want to become content creators these days.
Exactly. But then if they vibe from my journey and they believe it because I'm transparent with everything I've done, then they can take it more seriously and they go, well, fuck, if he's telling me that that's what he had to do, and I fucked up a lot. This is like a cheat code. It's like a blueprint for how to avoid as many fuck-ups as possible. You're still going to fuck up.
And right? Honestly, you're a very authentic person, so a lot more people are going to actually relate to you. I feel like people will come across your content, you're genuine, you're yourself. A lot of people are scared to do that, but a lot of people at the same time want to do it.
Yeah.
It's just that they're scared. They
have fear of judgment. So they have fear of judgment, and then they go to the safe side. They say something that's been done before, and then it's a script. It's just like, okay, cool, you're doing something. Like fucking TikTok gurus, bro.
Oh God.
You see one, you see them all.
Yeah.
It's like clockwork. It's like when Instagram said, I called up Instagram and this is what they had to say. I'm like, oh fuck. And that was the first video I saw. And then literally a whole 2 weeks later, every other dickhead was saying the same thing. And I'm just like, I know, yeah. Fucking hell.
If you somewhat react to it. It's all bull. It's all bullshit.
Then I go, I compiled an actionable checklist for everything out of this book. So if you don't want to read about my life, you can go straight to the checklist. But if you want context, then that's when you read it. So shout outs to my teaching degree. So building a brand, right? How do you build a brand? You've got to start building your brand, identifying what makes you unique.
Yeah.
Or whatever you're fucking pushing out. So what are your strengths, passions, and values? How do these translate into your content, the way you want to interact with your audience? Who is your target audience? What are their interests and needs? And how can your brand provide value to them? It's so hard to do this with a product.
Yeah.
So hard to do it with a fucking t-shirt company, for example. Right?
Really hard.
Because you need to be the brand behind the t-shirt that people vibe with. Daniel Bradshaw does it really well with Street X, right? Yeah. He's just a fucking menace. He doesn't give a fuck, but he's been just not giving a fuck for 10 years. And now...
It's a long process.
Kids at every fucking second shirt I see outside, if anyone wearing a shirt under 25 is Street X in Perth.
Literally, bro.
And every second kid that takes a photo with me, they're wearing a Street X shirt. So he's getting free fucking... publicity and I love it though. He doesn't give a fuck,
But I'm pretty sure he actually goes to schools as well.
Yeah.
He does big
he does that philanthropic shit. Yeah.
And that's well out of his comfort zone too. He wouldn't enjoy that at the beginning.
I vibe that though. I vibe that.
100%.
He's just giving it a go. He's just giving it a go.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah, man.
That's amazing.
I'd love to have him on the podcast one day. But the man's busy.
The guy would be insanely busy, man.
Same though, can relate. So another one is success stories. I talk about reflecting on your own success milestones, no matter how small they seem. So are there any positive comments on your content? So this is related to people that are already making content.
Yeah.
Is there an increase in followers? Is there a personal realization about your work? Okay. So recognizing these successes can boost your confidence and motivate you to continue grow your journey. So people don't think about that because they go, oh, I didn't get fucking viral this video. And I'm like, but your last video hit 1,000 views. That's 1,000 more than zero. Well done. Yeah. Lessons learned, actionable steps, like goal setting, tasks. Because it's not just about goal setting, it's about task setting to achieve those goals. How many tasks does it take to achieve this goal? Write those tasks down, and all you have to do is fucking execute on those tasks. And you'll reach your goal. Yeah. But for some reason, people say you need to set goals. I'm like, no, you need to set tasks to reach those goals. Yeah. Actions. A project is something that has 2 or more actions. A goal is a project
Exactly.
And you need those actions or tasks to go, right, I need to do these 5 tasks. And at the end of those 5 tasks, if I've not achieved a goal, then I'll reflect, figure out what fucking went wrong, and do it again, and then I'll succeed. That's it. It's like science is one of my favorite subjects at school because it's the essence of trial and error.
Yeah.
You have a trial. You have all the tasks you need to do in the trial. You have to define the success. What is a success? What does it look like? Once it succeeds, fucking, you've reached your goal. Congratulations, you've won. That's it, done. And then you're off to the next class and doing it all again. That's it. So that's kind of what people need to do in real life. What is the goal that you want to achieve? 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Great.
Do you feel like
what's the first task?
Issue in this is with people? I believe a lot of people set too many goals. That's the issue because then it gets too clouded and they don't really know where to go and what goal to approach first and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like you should set individual goals. So what I did with Goose was more start the brand.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, build little activities that will help you actually achieve this goal. I got the brand up and going.
There you go.
I reached 30,000 accounts in like 1 month. So I was doing good in that.
30,000 accounts, like sales?
No, accounts. Okay. So I've reached 30,000 people through my marketing and stuff. But I only have 1,200 followers. Yeah. So I was like, okay, I'm not providing enough value. And this is what led to me creating a podcast. Create a podcast, I'll interact with people, I can get people's stories across.
There you go.
People can feel some sort of connection with me. And possibly if they like relate to your situation, they can implement things that you've done from your life into their own and see how it works with theirs. It's just more about pushing heaps of ideas and
you gotta do it for yourself though. Like you gotta do your own story. You need someone to interview you. You need someone to go, hey man, fucking, what are your thoughts? What's the whole thing about Goose, for example? Yeah. And then just go for ham. But then also you need to interact with, like Daniel's provided a blueprint. If you pay attention, the blueprint's right there. Yeah. And he's just dominating because nobody else is doing it. You know, Edward Maradona's doing his own thing in his own way. And, you know, you'd say that they're clashing, but they've fucked with each other, I think, a few times. And, you know, they've got completely separate target audiences. Some do the same. But one thing I really like about Ed is Cabinet Noir. He brings people into his store to do their own thing. Yeah. Like he puts brands up in you know, like locals as well, like Tyler, my guy, you know, and then what's her name? Fuck. Raph.
Whoa, yeah.
Like that's next level shit. Like he's collaborating, he's doing his thing, and you know he's doing so many things as well. But going back to like too many goals, you're right. You can't have too many goals at the same time. Yeah. You need to channel in and focus on one. And see if you can just do the best you can in that goal.
I feel like when I said too many goals, maybe I was being a bit too like, I believe you can have multiple goals. Yeah. But they can't be too related to each other.
They can't distract each other either. Like
exactly.
Like going back to like 4 goals or 3 goals for me were huge. Finishing uni, trying to make AFL and building a business all at the same time. You can't be... If you want to be the master of one of them, you can't be the jack of all. You know, you cannot. And that's where a lot of entrepreneurs, they can't help themselves. They just want to do everything and try everything. But the thing is, if you get one thing done early and absolutely nail it, then you can fucking do many things because you have the capital, you have the staff at your disposal to go, right guys, who wants to fucking do this project next? Like after this one. Yeah. And they'll be like, yeah, me, I'm in. I'm like, great, you're assigned to this, go for it. Fucking, this is what you need to do. And then you as a leader become a kind of like a just pulling the levers, putting out the fires and going, right, mate, you said you wanted to do this, but you're not fucking pulling your weight. You're okay? Do you want to transfer somewhere else or do you want to leave? Or do you want to improve? Like, that's what VaynerMedia does, the Gary Vaynerchuk people. Like when I went there in New York and hung out with them, that's all they do.
That's pretty awesome, actually.
But he started with one thing. He nailed his dad's fucking wine business, killed it, didn't take anything out of it apart from his savings, invested well in social media, Facebook and shit, early, before anybody else, fucking dominated that and had financial freedom ever since. You know, he doesn't technically talk about financial freedom. I haven't heard him say it that much that time. But he's been playing with house money ever since.
He talks a lot about time.
He talks a lot about time, right? But he's got all the time in the world.
Yeah.
And he's got his ultimate goal, buying the jets. But he also says he doesn't care if he never reaches it. And sometimes he says he'll feel sad if he reaches it because what the fuck is next? You know? You need to come up with one ultimate goal that is just so outrageous that you can still achieve it, but it's so outrageous. Right now, my short-term goal, and for most people, this is like a life goal, is financial freedom. And to do that for me is I need to focus on one thing that'll fucking get me there. Maybe it's the AI app. Maybe it's I don't know. For me, the closest thing I reckon right now is the AI app. So anyone else that tries to fucking go, Steph, let's catch up and this and that, I'm asking myself, how is this going to help me develop my AI app and get 10,000 subscribers at $50 each? Because that's $500,000 a month.
That's big money, man.
Can you imagine?
Big money.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? But like, fuck, like that's what focus is. Like you starting a podcast, cool, right? You've got a yes list, checklist, goal list of all the people you want to hit. Make that. You got a specific number of like hits you want to get for the podcast. Make that. Then what happens beyond that? What happens when you get monetized? What happens when you get sponsors? What are you going to do with that money? You're going to upgrade the equipment. Are you going to fucking get a producer on to do all this shit for you so you don't have to worry about the time on the camera? You know, shit like that.
Literally, bro.
I was doing this shit in my living room 3 years ago, and I was calling it TikTok.
Yeah.
And I had all these fucking TikTokers coming in.
TikTok.
I quickly realized that I'm shitting on all of them right now because back then they were, up and coming. Most of them are irrelevant now because they didn't pivot. They just kept doing the same shit. But when I was talking to them back then, they're lovely people. But I was like, you fluked it. What's next? Like, tell me, how are you going to fucking do this and this and this? And there was nothing. And I'm like, well, what's the value? I saw this video the other day, this kid going, oh, fucking this person and this celebrity, this famous person, they do these. What does Kim Kardashian do? What the fuck does she do? Can anyone tell me?
I think she gets paid off a lot because she's got a big following and big brand awareness.
What the fuck does she do?
Isn't she a lawyer?
No, that was her dad. That was her dad.
Jeez.
Like I am like.
Got the Kim K show. I know that.
But what the fuck do they do on there? I watched it.
Like a lifestyle kind of.
I needed chemotherapy after watching the show because I thought that it gave me cancer.
Yeah.
It was that toxic.
Yeah, it's not good.
I was like, what the fuck? But then the people watching it, I'm not going to tell them to not watch it. Live your best life. If you want to watch nonsense, fucking do it. But the bullshit thing about that is people don't watch shit that helps them to get better.
Valuable stuff.
The algorithm doesn't favour that because they want that quick serotonin, dopamine, fucking whatever it is, hit. It goes, oh my God, that was funny. And we need to laugh. We need to escape reality. But man, that drug, that's fucking...
Going into social media.
Holy shit.
Yeah, social media is pretty toxic. It can be really bad sometimes. Even the other day, I was just sitting on my bed. I was relaxing. I was feeling a bit sick.
I'm guilty for it too.
Bro, I zoned out.
Yeah.
I kid you not, I was gone for like at least 2 hours. I was just like flicking. I didn't even realize it. I walk out, Mom's already cooking dinner. I'm like,
oh, bro.
Shit.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, you could have used those 2 hours to do something with your podcast.
Yeah.
Make a couple more snippets for the show. Put it on, But there's mental hacks you can do, right? And some of them includes like, and there's apps for it and shit, but you can delete those apps, it's discipline. The overall thing is discipline.
Discipline, 100%.
My discipline is this. So anytime you're thinking about, fucking scrolling or whatever, get your watch, put it on 20 minutes and go for fucking gold. Go ham. And not feel guilty. And if it comes into your head, goes, my watch hasn't turn on yet, fucking bang, bang, bang. But you have to promise yourself, I don't give a fuck if you're in the middle of a video, as soon as it starts buzzing, quit, down, go do shit.
Jeez. I definitely need to do that, man.
Try it, bro. See what happens. And like for me, it's harder because I need to find shit on TikTok to go, all right, we're going to use that, especially for clients. And I get sucked in. I'm like, I'm not working here. I'm just wasting my time. So, same idea. 20 minutes on the watch, go ham. Find shit, save it, whatever, write it down, whatever. And if you find, and when the thing goes off, it'll remind you going, brr, 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 and you're like, why is it vibrating? Oh, fuck, am I procrastinating, or am I actually, finding good shit to do? No, I'm still on. Okay, reset 20 just in case I forget.
That's smart. That's a smart hack. I'm not gonna lie. That's really smart.
That's it. But yeah, bro. Man, so many things. But what's next for you?
Next for me, in terms of Goose.
Yeah.
Goose, honestly, bro, I just want to keep pushing content, but I don't know where to start. I'm going to be all honest with you. I don't know what type of content. Since my brand's fashion, it's a bit...
What type of audience do you want?
So I want streetwear, I want mental health awareness kind of audience.
Okay. But what is the type of person that's watching that?
Right now, I wouldn't say my market. Mine's probably mutual friends. A lot of my stuff is mutual people.
Okay, well, how many mutual friends do you have?
On my Goose?
Yeah.
Oh, probably like 600.
Is that enough?
600. No.
Okay, great. So you need to go outside of the mutual friends. The non-mutual friends, which is everybody else.
Yeah.
What sort of people do you want wearing your shirts? Do you want them to be pieces of shit? Do you want them to be cool, like genuine people? Or do you want them to be people that don't know where they're going, but they're wearing Goose and they're like they feel empowered?
Yeah, that's the goal. So I just want people to be able to wear the t-shirt and be able to express what they're feeling. That's sad Goose tee right there. Got the happy Goose tee right there. Great. I just want people to wear it to express themselves. That's essentially that icebreaker.
I mean, for me, honestly, like, interviews are all time. If you can master interviews and go out and wear your fucking shirt and interview people with questions that align with what you're talking about, mental health or whatever, start with that. Make it a mental health channel. Don't make it a t-shirt channel, make it a mental health channel. Start talking about mental health and people go, fuck, I am mentally ill right now and I can use this content to make myself feel better. Fuck, I feel better now after watching this content. How do I give back? Oh, no shit. It's a fucking shirt company. I'm going to buy one of their shirts.
That's flabbergasting. I'm not going to lie. So turn more into a content-based.
The fucking brands that go, this is my product, fucking buy it, they're going to fail. You need to go outside of that and make it a TV channel about some shit that aligns with you and aligns with the target audience that you want to wear your shirt. Quick story about 2018, right?
Yeah.
First year out of uni, I don't have to study anymore because I got a contract at a school, Balladura Community College, right? Shout out BCC. I started going out every night on weekdays after school because I was a contracted relief teacher. I didn't have to fucking mark anything or whatever. So I was like, sick, I've got the whole afternoon. I don't play footy anymore. I've got fucking whatever I want to do. So then what I did was I went to the city and took photos. Instagram stories came out and I'm like, guys, anyone fucking watching this, if you want to come out, let me know. DM me. I had 2,000 followers, right? Week later, I had a couple of people join. I'm like, oh, this is sick. Every night I had someone different. I have all these fucking stories. I was interviewing people. I met one of my best mates. He's a Scottish guy named Gavin. And, even though we're living separate lives, I'm fucking so stoked about meeting him through that,
Yeah.
Even though he shoots with Canon, nobody's perfect. Fucking, he's a great dude, right? Great fucking dude. And he shot my wedding. That's fucking great dude.
With the Canon?
Yeah. So, yeah, exactly. Have my fucking wedding shot with a Canon. So anyway, Gavin and a whole bunch of others, every night I was just taking photos for nothing, for fun. And then eventually Sabine, my wife, she's like, bro, can we have one night together? Like, you can't do this every night, surely. I'm like, yeah, true, fair enough. So I made it like a group event. And then 20 people become 40 people, became 120 people within a month. 3 months. I used to call it Sev's Tours. We had 4 of them, and I did it like for 4 or 5 months. I did it like almost every 30, 45 days.
Yeah.
And it was fucking sick, man. We had, we did a Frio edition, we did a Claysbrook Cove edition. And when the models came in, it was fucking sick, man. It was so good. And then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. And I didn't have TikTok yet. I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to make shirts. Because I always said the word good thanks.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'm going to make shirts. And I've met this guy in Frio. And Frio, Stuart, his name is, he had a Frio shirt store. I was like, bro, can you print me some shirts saying good thanks with my logo on the back? He's like, I got you, bro. He just started the business and I wanted to help him. He had the state-of-the-art printing thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, fucking sick. Bang. Got 10 shirts. Cost me like fucking, I don't know, $250 or something. And I didn't it was my teaching money at the time. I wasn't making any money from photography. And I was like, yeah, fucking, I don't know, $35 each. Sold out. And I was like, I made $350 or $100 profit. But I was like fucking stoked that people bought my shirts. And I'm like, why do you buy the shirt? I'm like, well, I want to support your brand because you helped me with my photography. We walked around. Nothing to do with clothing.
Yeah.
Right? That's the moral of the story. Have something else that people vibe with you for, and it has to be about you. Because you have 1 million people that love you. They just haven't discovered you yet. Yeah. Once those 1 million people discover you, then you can go, latest release of my shirt is now dropping if anyone wants to buy it. There's limited numbers, but yeah, here it is. It's all about mental health, blah, blah, blah. You can even slap a 20% proceeds go to this charity or whatever, because people vibe with that a lot better as well. And obviously donate because you're not a piece of shit. But yeah, that's the secret.
Yeah.
Get people to vibe with you first as a human being, as a brand, and then the fucking sales will come. But for some reason, people go, I want to start a shirt company. I'm going to sell shirts. I'm like, yeah, good. Why though? Is it because of profit? Is it because you want to make money? No, it's because I want to have a message. There's a message behind the brand. And that's your content, not the fucking shirts.
So my message is the most important thing about my brand.
And that's what you gotta go hard on, right? And I don't buy the fucking Gucci and shit. I'm like, what message does this bring me? Nothing. Yeah. Right? No, I help the locals. But then it's just like Tyler from Jukuhara, like the Japanese streetwear. Like, I think that's really cool. That's cool. And I just said to him, bro, you print me a one of one that is long enough, I'll wear it. He's like, bet. I'm like, sick. Let's do it. And it's fucking like, just be out there. There's 2 DJs. It's called fucking on TikTok. No, you're good. I got my watch on. There's these 2 DJs called it's on TikTok, but they do fact or cap. Something party. I forget what the name is. Oh my god.
Party.
Yeah, anyway.
DJs.
So their TikTok content, they've got millions of followers too. All they do is fact or cap videos, but they're fucking DJs. Nothing to do with DJing. They just find a trend on TikTok and then they try it for themselves as a TikTok, rating it to see if it's bullshit or not. And they're like, their slogan is, we're here welcome to Fact or Cap, where we figure out what's bullshit and what not so you don't have to. And then a party shirt, that's what it's called, party shirt.
So they make their product secondary focus.
Yeah.
That's the main.
They don't even talk about their DJing stuff. I mean, maybe once or twice I've seen it. But I'm like, bro, if I saw them out and about, I'd be like, fuck yeah, that's the party shirt guys. I'd be like, where are you DJing tonight? I'd like to vibe. Yeah. I don't give a fuck if your music is shit. Yeah. I just like your content. That's the thing, man. That's what people gotta fucking realize is whatever the brand you're doing, don't sell what you have. Show people the why behind it. Like, that's what it is. Like,
especially with a brand like mine.
Yeah, man.
I need to be. Yeah, that's
I got a sick piece of content I need to edit. That kind of makes fun of your brand because
Goose.
Yeah, because I was on the plane on the way home from the last Queensland trip a month ago.
Yeah.
And half the plane was filled with 15-year-old girls. And they all were like fangirling because they will see me on TikTok and shit. And I'm like, fuck, here we go. And then one of them tapped me on the shoulder saying, hey, Sev, and gave me these pieces of paper and it was just me drawn on it, like my little portrait. It was cute. It was cute. And like one just had the head and another one had half the body. And the shirt said duck on it. And it was fucking hilarious. So you get a free plug there. Oh, but man, it was so funny. And it was the best. Like, you know, I'm being a little bit more skeptical about protecting the kids now, because when they're in uniform, you have to be really careful and all that shit.
Yeah.
And again, I'm learning, right? I'm not trying to, you know, dox anyone.
Yeah.
But the child safety is everything, and most of my content, the kids are out of uniform, or their parents there. They're going, yeah. And anytime someone goes, "Can you take it down?" I'm like, "Yeah, no worries."
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like, that's the hard part about it. Like, I haven't gotten into any shit. I had one lady call me up on Instagram in the middle of the night. She was fucking pissed off as shit. And she's like, "Why are you talking to my daughter on Instagram and DM? She's fucking 12. And I'm like, "Well, excuse me. Hi, how you going? I'm Sev. I'm a personality in the internet.
Mm.
Your daughter messaged me, asking me a question about something that was kind of important. By the way, I've got a teaching degree. I've got a working with children's. And have you actually read the back and forth? Is there anything there that red flags me as a predator?"
Yeah.
You know, I understand. And I validated her concern as well. That's what I did first. I should have mentioned that. But man, she was not having any of it. I'm just like, bro. The next morning she was sobered up and she called me back. She goes, "Yeah, I apologize. You're actually a good person, and I actually wish there was more of people like you in this world that weren't actually pieces of shit trying to groom children." And I'm like, well, fucking, that's exactly what I'm against, because, you know, the kids are the future. Why the fuck? Why would I be a personality online risking my reputation for that shit?
There's no reason.
I know that there's so many people out there that end up fucking shit in the bed, like that guy from Glee. Remember that guy from Glee?
Glee. Glee sounds familiar.
Forget his name. Anyway, he was a character in the first like 8 seasons or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, they ended up finding sus photographs of minorities on his phone.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You know, like, it is a mental disorder. But it's just like, you know, you can't fucking put everyone in that same batch. You gotta give humanity a chance. Otherwise, nothing will progress.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly.
You know, in Japan, they have kids on the trains who are like fucking 4 years old with little yellow hats on them. And what that means is these kids are they're commuting on their own from wherever they came from, whether it's school to home or vice versa. And the yellow hats mean they're a little bit on the younger side. Help them out if they ask you. And all the Japanese people help the kids. There's no fucking pedophiles there or anything. And they come together as a culture, a community to help the kids because they are the future.
They are the future, man.
That's what Japan's like.
That's amazing.
But here, would never fucking hear about it.
Dude, we definitely need to implement a lot of things around the world. But like, everyone's so against everyone here. That's the thing. No one's working together, bro. Everyone's just, I need to be better. I need to be better. Everyone should just work together.
Collaboration, man. Like, even if you're opposing people doing the same thing, like, you have to be respectful of one's time. You can't leech. You can't, like, I get people all the time saying, "Sam, let's have a catch up. Let's have a catch up." I'm like, why? I want to pick your brain. I'm like, why? I want to ask you one question. I'm like, well, tell me now. Just tell me what your question is and I'll help you right now. And then saved ourselves fucking an hour plus commute time, you know?
Literally, bro.
Yeah.
Actually, there was one thing prior when you were talking about your ebook, you mentioned your mum being a good role model to you.
Yes.
How was she a good role model? What influence did she have on you?
She taught me how to break the cycle. Her mum wanted me to she wanted to take the primary care of me. Okay. She said to my mum, "Go do your thing. We'll adopt him and you can do whatever." And she goes, "No, he's my child. He's my son." And she's always dreamt of coming to Australia and breaking that fucking circle of feeling that you owe everything to your parents. Yeah. You owe the respect to your parents, but you've left the nest. You go do your own fucking thing, you know?
100%.
And then in Russian culture, you're expected to help the parents. In most ethnic cultures, you're expected to help the parents. But the thing is, you're miserable for that entire time. Like, help your parents whenever you can, but you shouldn't be at the mercy of your parents. And she did that. And I observed that, and I was like, okay, cool. That is an acceptable thing to do. That is okay. You don't owe your entire life to your parent. You don't have to give back. You giving back is actually you giving forward. And she gave it forward to me.
Yeah.
And she didn't go, you owe me everything. She didn't. She said, go, do what you fucking want.
Yeah.
So just call me every now and then. I'm like, say no more. And
Be grateful.
that motivates me to want to fucking retire her and help her out and more. It's like a reverse psychology thing.
Yeah,
you know? I want to help you. And yeah, that was the biggest lesson that my mum taught me is I don't owe shit to her.
Listen, man. And that's actually very similar to my parents' situation. Me and my parents have always been very close, like friends. We've gone through our thing as a family and we've experienced a lot as a family and we've evolved as a family. My mum and my dad would always tell me, if you believe we're in the wrong, you tell us that. Yeah. And we'll counter it if we believe you're wrong. And you just we'll keep it back and forth until we understand each other's sides.
That's it.
But they said, if we're in the wrong, tell us to shut up. But if we believe you're still wrong, we'll tell you to fuck off. And if you keep pushing it, get the fuck out of the house. So it's just like, it's more setting the boundaries, but like not restricting you from anything.
Yeah, as long as you're
restricting from your own word and stuff.
Right, as long as you're still in this house, you have to take the shit.
100%.
Take the shit. And then as soon as you're able to leave, then you can fucking do whatever you want. Doesn't mean you have to shit on your parents. You just have to go, right, well, Mum and Dad, I'm ready to leave the nest. I would rather stay, but it has come a time where now my values are slightly different. All the best, all the love. We'll come back for Christmas and, you know, every kind of couple of weeks or whatever. But this is it.
Yeah, I love it here. I'm too comfortable here.
Great. And how old are you?
Yeah, I'm 22.
Amazing. I wish I could stayed with my mum for the longest time, but country to Kalgoorlie is a hole, and there's nothing there for me.
Yeah.
And I needed to leave.
100%, bro. Everyone has their different situations, and your love for your mum doesn't change.
Absolutely.
Your love for your mum is still there.
And we grew stronger, and there were times where we like had biffs again, but we grew stronger, and now the last year and a bit, 2 years probably, we've had a fucking solid run. Like she's had an absolute solid run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing, man. Just got a couple more questions, bro. Okay, so this is also a good question, actually. How do you use your platform to promote positive messaging and encouraging a healthy mindset among your followers?
So I always start with saying that it's all about personal observation. I'm never trying to preach. I'm just trying to say, this is what I've done, this is how I feel, this is what I've learned, and this is what I'm going to do next, or whether it's to improve it or do differently or whatever, right? And I always kind of base it off of conversations I've had with other people or questions I've received from other viewers or followers. And then I just respond to those questions because I know that my target audience feels and thinks the same way. Yeah. And then I just go, right, this is it. This is how I'm vibing. This is what my thoughts are. This is why. This is an example, you know, anecdotes and shit.
Yeah.
Analogies. And then my template is still evolving, but it's always like a hook, like what it is I'm about to tell you and why it's relevant to you. An example, relate that to me or them, and then also an actionable thing. So now you try by doing this. And that's how I kind of remain as authentic as possible to
providing a possible solution to what they're going through.
Providing a possible action for them to do next to get closer to a solution. I can't solve it for you, otherwise I'm just your fucking, you know, your consultant. You hire me for that shit. Yeah. But if you're stuck right now with something specific, here's the value. If it helps you, great. If you find yourself asking me more and more and more, you should probably consider hiring me. Yeah,
exactly.
Well, that's how you naturally do it.
That's
you know?
your time as
and
well,
and then over time, I get to the point where there's been enough content, and I can make playlists or whatever, and someone can compile them into a series. And then the same people that go on this journey, there's people in the middle of it who are stuck or are about to start it who have no idea, or are people that are almost at the end, are about to achieve something, but they just can't get over the line. And all they need is something to hear from me that I've already done that just gets them over the line. And that's the trick, is find someone that's done it, and you find someone that's living the life that you want and watch everything they do. And then eventually you'll fucking do it too. And that's, the whole saying, you're the average of the 5 people you hang out with.
Yeah.
If you don't hang out with anyone, then you're just you. But if you have 5 people that you watch online, let's say you don't have any friends, they're going to be your biggest influences. If it's Kim Kardashian, you're probably going to be fucking going on OnlyFans, because that's how she got famous. She fucking, all that shit ages ago.
Devious activities.
If you're just obsessed with sport, but you're not a sports person, you're probably going to get sucked into sports bet, which is fucked. What else? If you're a movie nut or a music nut, and that's fine, culture, right? But those things are distracting, right? They're fucking distracting. When was the last time you were just there with your thoughts, right? Anytime you have a song stuck in your head, this is a conspiracy theory, by the way.
Yeah.
Anytime you have a song stuck in your head, you're not thinking about important shit to get your life better. Anytime you're thinking about the next event, you're obsessing about it, like, oh my God, I can't wait for this fucking event. Taylor Swift tickets, woo! You're not thinking about how you can improve yourself as a person at that time as well. And as much as I love watching people live their best life and, grabbing those Taylor Swift tickets, or, going to that concert, or fucking the latest episode of Maths is aired and they're fucking stoked about discussing it because that's their world. Yeah. I'm great. I'm grateful for you. But make sure that balance of you escaping the world is met with you making your personal world a better place without the escape. Right? Because if you fucking do the former, where you just escape all the time, you're actually getting nowhere. And there's so many distractions that are now compiled in these days. Music, concerts, movies, fucking reality TV shows, the next sale, Christmas is coming up, fucking end of financial year, another sale, Black Friday, all this shit.
So many distractions, but then it's also marketed as well.
Yeah,
So it's on social media as well. So it gets worse.
That's where now I'm trying to pivot my thing, because now I just sound like a fucking contradiction, right? Yeah. I'm helping people do this. Yeah. I'm sucking people in to do this. And now I'm like, oh, hang on. Actually, I don't want people to get sucked in through me to consume bullshit.
It comes down to your intentions.
Exactly.
But you're a genuine person. You're trying to help people. So it's not, you can't look at yourself as a negative thing.
And I tell people, like, everything in moderation. Like, I've did a collaboration with Twisties. I don't even eat Twisties anymore. Yeah. Right? All this other shit. I'm like, everything in moderation. Like, I've got a beer coming out soon. Yeah. I'm collaborating with someone. It's going to be fucking sick.
What's the brand?
I'll show you later. Oh, Bright Tank Brewery. They're the
Bright Tank. Yeah.
But, everything I do, it's in moderation. Like, fucking look after yourself. I'm not saying this is what you have to do every day. And I'm not just saying that to, like, save myself and fucking, say all that due diligence shit. I'm like, you can watch Maths. You can waste your time completely. Yeah. But don't do it all the time, and don't go, okay, now that Maths is finished, I'm going on my phone. Oh, look, there's a sale on. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. It's not good.
Educate yourself. Like, every 2-3 hours, you should check in on yourself going, what have I done in the last 3 hours that I have improved my situation of my future self? If you've taken a complete day off, fine. But don't make it fucking 4 days in a row. Yeah. If it's like a whole holiday, fine. Yeah. But don't make in between the holidays your miserable life before you get to the next holiday, and that's all you're looking forward to. Because most people have 4 to 6 weeks of off time a year. Yeah. Fuck that.
Yeah, bro.
And then the other third of that is sleep. You do the maths, you don't have much time for fun.
It's in the previous podcast with a friend called Dudu, I was talking about self-awareness. And self-awareness, I feel like all these things you're talking about, just come down to your self-awareness.
Self-awareness.
And I feel like if you're laying on the bed too often, usually I know if I'm having a lazy day, I know it. I usually just embrace that lazy day, but then know that I need to do something big tomorrow. I need I need to step up tomorrow.
Absolutely.
I need to pick up my game. I need to work on a podcast.
Yeah.
Self-awareness, I feel like, is the biggest thing to achieving anything you want to achieve.
Absolutely. Mix that in with self-esteem, because the right people have encouraged you and motivated you.
Yeah.
You're undefeatable.
And discipline.
You're set. Consistency with discipline. Discipline and consistency.
Yeah.
Turning up.
These are probably 4 of the biggest things we could actually recommend to anyone.
Correct. Your own journey.
Seva, we'll get
still recording?
Oh, still.
Yeah, we are. Cool.
I reckon we'll finish this one off. But I just want to ask for the viewers, what are 5 tips you could recommend to everyone that could help improve everyone's situation is going to be different, right? But help improve their mindset somewhat. Make them feel better and make them feel like they can attack anything. What are 5 things you could recommend?
First one is write down macro goals and also micro goals. So things you can achieve sooner than later, and then your ultimate goals. First thing I would do, goal setting.
Okay.
But then immediately after goal setting, each of those goals needs a task list. Everything, just brainstorm the shit out of every single thing that you need to do in the tasks to achieve that micro or macro goal. Gamify it, make a fucking game out of it. Talk about how you can go, right, if I do these 5 tasks, I'll achieve this goal. Achievement unlocked. It's like on fucking Xbox. You get that achievement once you finish.
Yeah.
If you travel to this spot, pick up this fucking shovel, go and dig up this hole, find this treasure chest, and then bring back the treasure to this old mate, he will give you a reward. There's your fucking projects, right? But for some reason, we're going down the fucking path to find that shovel, and we go side questing on this. We see this fucking dog lost, and we got to help the dog and shit. Games teach us heaps of shit.
A lot.
Right? But that's where you need to stay focused. So, set your goals, set your tasks, and then set your focus and allocate time to push those tasks.
Okay.
Sounds simple.
It's not.
But that's where discipline comes in. So that's the first one. Second tip is make time to enjoy yourself. Go out with your friends, hang out with your mum, hang out with your best mate, go chat to that girl or that guy.
Yeah.
And enjoy yourself. Yeah. And when you do achieve those goals, celebrate. That's when you enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Make sure you deserve it. Don't fucking celebrate shit for no reason. Deserve it, because that celebration feels better. It feels so much better going to dinner because I've succeeded in something. That fucking steak tastes so much better.
Yeah.
Right? So that's number 2. Number 3, I would say it's better than not.
It's better than not.
It's better than not.
What do you mean by that one?
You like a girl, you're not sure if she likes you back. It's better asking her how she feels about you than not.
Okay.
Because you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Okay, so you're essentially saying take that risk. Take that risk in life.
Yeah, because if you don't take that risk, then you'll never know. It's better than not.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's actually a good one.
Yeah. In business, you got to fucking give it a try.
Yeah.
People think, oh, what if this happens? But what if this fucking happens? How sick would that be? Oh, how shit would it be if this happened? How fucking sick would it be if we pulled it off?
Yeah, but even if it doesn't work, just
exactly
understanding that you've experienced something and you're learning something.
That goes over to my next rule. Rule number 4 is the L doesn't stand for losing, it stands for learning. So when you do take the risk and you come off short, great. You've got data now to do better next time.
100%.
You've also got data to tell you whether you want to go again or not. And if you're feeling not so good about going again, great. You've just learnt that it's not for you. Amazing. Fucking move on.
Yeah.
You've just discovered that it's not for you. You picked up the guitar, you tried lessons, and you're still shit.
Yeah.
You want to try and practice a little bit more and not get shit? Or do you feel unmotivated, you don't want to pick up the guitar?
Exactly.
Great. Fucking sell the guitar, do something else.
And that's one thing I constantly think about myself, is thinking about when I'm old, when I'm like, say, 70 years old, I'm just sitting in my bed and I just know that I didn't do a podcast, for example. But that's how this is literally the thought process I went through. Exactly. I'm just like, that would be shit. I would fucking hate that because I can't start a podcast now.
And I can't wait to tell the stories to my kids. Like, I've been on the side of a bus. I've been on billboards, fucking ads and shit. On TV, and I've got all this documented, these moments and all.
You got it, Instagram, you got everything to prove it too.
Knows, and that is the fifth and final rule. Like, live so you don't have regrets, because you cannot undo the regrets, and that's why it's better than not. Because if it's not, you have regrets. You can't take back regrets.
Damn, those 5 rules just correlate with each other so much.
That's it.
That's amazing.
Everything correlates with everything. You gotta fucking just go for it. And the 6th bonus rule, it's kind of inside those 5 rules, down the line, is go to where it's going to be, not where it is right now. So whatever the trends are right now, don't fucking copy everyone else. Go to where it's going to be. It's hard to do that sometimes.
Essentially being that trend starter.
Well,
is that what you're trying to
exactly.
Yeah.
But the best athletes, they make the plays. They go to where the ball's going to be. They go, they find the gaps in the play and they put themselves in the gaps, and then they get the ball and take the winning shot.
Jeez.
That's what you got to do with your life. You got to go, right, what is everyone else doing? And where are the gaps in what everyone else is doing that I want to be better in? Fuck, there are all the gaps, right? Let's fill them up and let's do it better. And remember that better is subjective.
The better, everyone's idea of the better is different. Is that what you're trying to imply?
Yeah, better, different, it's all subjective.
Yeah.
Right? You can say it's different, but people can go, oh, that's shit.
Exactly.
But you have to convince them to why that different is better. And you do that with brand. Sign out times, Mr.
That's
Good
cool.
chats.
That was perfect, Seva. Thank you for actually coming on our podcast and introducing yourself, talking about your story a bit, man. It's like, I do genuinely believe you provide a lot of value for myself.
Thank you.
And a lot of viewers too, man.
That's it.
I'm grateful for this, and thank you, Seva.
Welcome.